Hello everyone, this is part 2. Today we will continue where we left off last time with the modes and the textures. So let's get it going.
Enough.
And I think we did that, right? We basically demonstrated it in the material. Now I remember pretty well. Okay, so we went here. We went into the material themselves, right? Let's get that up and let's change it to gray. All right, and I think the further away you are from it, the more it's gonna be prominent. And yeah, I think, and we added parameters and stuff like that. I think we did all of this. That's pretty good. Okay. Sometimes you just have to go a little bit backwards. Particle system. Let's get to it. So, finally, we're moving on. Here we go.
Now we're gonna do the actual particle system. And first of all, we're gonna create another folder because we want to have this one nice. And at mouse button, Niagara system. And new system from selected emitters is usually what you can go for. We actually gonna start with an empty system. So let's use that. So we're gonna call it ns_modes01.
Okay, so let's mostly we go back here, and as it was explaining to us in the course, or he was explaining to us in the course, yeah, you know, you have your thingy here, like in the material thingy, that's gonna show you something, and here you have details. When you click something, you're gonna see details, and here you have the timeline. You can scrub through it, you can play it and stuff like that. All right, so let's add one more thing here, and to add things, I guess with E. All right, let's see if this is how you do this. I'm doing like 3 things in the background. That's why I didn't pay so much attention. All right, simple sprite burst. All right, simple sprite burst. Yeah, we got it. Perfect. And now it's compiling. You can see that it's compiling, and we see something. All right, so it's just like a dot that is going on, and you know, it shows and then it goes away. And here we can disable things, I guess. Yep, and you could delete things too. And yeah, and here we have all the controls that we can control. All right, so we're gonna do just that. Back to the course. So let's see. Sprite renderer, I guess. We get our material here. Let's get our material instance. Put it right in here. Yep. Now we have our lovely texture in here. Perfect. I have no idea how he made it go so like all over the place. But I'm trying to guess. Maybe there's a spawn sphere or something like that, like positioning or something like that. All right, so let's add sphere. All right, sphere is nothing here. Maybe here there's a sphere somewhere. Shape location. Yeah, that's what it's called in Unreal, I guess. All right, now we have way more. As you can see here, it's barely visible. But if I save it and I go back to the scene. Oh yeah, here it is. Here they are. Whoop. I can see that the material instance is a bit, you know, too opaque. So let's control that a little bit here. Fade distance, let's keep that. Let's do this to 10, save, and go back here. Is it visible? Barely, only when there's like a black background. Really hard to watch, even full screen on PC monitor. It's like I'm watching from a smartphone screen. Got any Twitch? Yes, I do actually. So you're probably watching from YouTube right now. There's 2 streams. You can redirect to the other one. Even if you're on YouTube, there's a redirect button. Go on that, and it should take you to the landscape stream. If you can't find it, I'll put it in the comments here. All right, hope that helps, my friends. So let's keep going, and let's do... But if you want to go to Twitch, there is a Twitch as well. Okay, back to it. So we have this opacity controller. It's on 1. That's pretty good. Fade distance. Maybe that one is too high. Let's try dividing it by 2. Saving. Yeah, that one was a bit too high, I guess. Perfect. But now we're seeing something, which is pretty good. It's not amazing. I don't like think it's amazing or anything. Let's see if I increased. Ah, here we go. That's what we needed. The opacity controller was doing a bit too much opacity thingy. All right, so let's keep this on 4,000 then. Sorry, let's let's keep it on 4,000. Boom. That's 40,000. I think I put there. 4,000. Perfect. And let's see what's gonna happen now. And let's increase the opacity a little more. Okay. And so back to the course. Let's see what
Uniform?
random uniform.
Random uniform.
Okay. Let's put some randomization on this beast. Let's go with 10 opacity here, just in case. Go back to the particle system. And let's go to initialize particle, like he said. Now we can make each of them stand here for 10 seconds. And it's gonna be here for a while, right? We don't want it to be too obvious. But we're just gonna play around now with the settings a little bit. So we have size, right? So this can be 100. Now the actual sprite here is scaling up, right? And damn it, I wish I could make this a bit more opaque, honestly. But I think that's the texture here to blame. Yeah, so that will do. Now if I go in it, it will disappear, right? I think we're spawning way too many particles in here, but that's fine. We're just experimenting right now. So there's the random uniform and random non-uniform. I personally like random non-uniform, but I think that in Unity could mean something different than in Unreal. Here we're getting the actual like X and Y values to manipulate, right? So if I put the update means it will rotate all the time. All right, let's put it to the test. Rotation force. Mesh rotation force. No. Update mesh rotation. What do we got in here? What do we got in here? Is it gonna rotate all the time? I think it is, right? So here's what we're gonna do. Rotation rate 90. Oh, it's updating all the time. This is so annoying. Okay, so just for debugging, we're gonna go with 0 here. Because this is annoying. So it's randomizing between 0 and 50 seconds. That's also annoying. Let's go back with 20. And yeah, let's see. So is it rotating the thing now? All right, so what we're gonna do is... Actually, I feel like it should be in the spawn state. All right, we're gonna look into the spawn state. Rotation. Initialize decal orientation, initial mesh orientation around point. And believe me, I have no idea what's going on here. I've never experimented with any of those. It's just that I've done VFX in Unity and I'm trying to guess where those things are in Unreal. Initialize mesh orientation. Initial decal orientation. I don't want the orientation per se. All right, but maybe this one again, I guess. Maybe. Let's see. I just put my Discord. Yeah, I just put my Discord there. You could just add me there. 10. All right, so let's see. So let's do a random. I'm so not used to Unreal, but it's fun, honestly. All right, so let's do something between 100 and 360. Or maybe minus 360 to 360. Let's see what's gonna do. Is it gonna randomize? I feel like the texture is now less repeatable. Repeating? Is that true? Alright, here's what we're gonna do again. Minus 360 on this, minus 360. So it's randomizing between the angles, right? Let's see what's gonna happen now. I hate those 0 second, like quick showing up and then going type of particles. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. I can still see the edges. I hate those edges, but you know what we're gonna do? We are gonna get our hands dirty with some Krita. All right, so let's get to Krita, everyone, and let's get to the damn thing and clean it up, and then we could actually revisit. So here we go. Krita is open. Krita is an alternative to Photoshop. It's free, open source, and yeah, add me there. I'm just gonna add me there. Yeah. Okay, so dark, and here we go. Let's just try something, right? I want a cool texture. I mean, obviously the textures they made in the course are way better, but that's the experience, right? These people know what they're doing. Okay, cool. All right, so we're gonna save that one now. And Krita, we're gonna call it experiment. I'm gonna call TX first for I don't know how to write experiment. We're gonna call it X. What's it called? Single tileable, whatever, right? It's just gonna be something. For now, we're not working on our game, so it's gonna be fine. We're not working in a team. We're just testing and learning and effing around. So let me get that file first now. I think it's in documents, honestly. Woo. Here we go, Krita. Where is it? Yeah, that one. Oh, I saved the actual file. I'm not used to Krita. Okay. Shift Control S. Then we choose JPEG, for example. That's one of the cool ones. All right, let's go with 50 and export and click. Put it here. Boom. Done, right? Okay. Oops. Did I just add a new one? What? Is there a new... Okay, that's weird. So anyway, let's pick up that one texture then. We called it X, right? TXX. Yes, single tileable. That's the one. Ooh, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. Let's go with like 0.5, honestly, for the general opacity. You know what? That modes are way like... They're way down there with the opacity. So let's go 0.1. Honestly, 0.05, I guess. Like, the thing is not... So that's pretty cool to know. So, initialize particle. We gonna go with what is it called? Sprite rotation mode random. And this is what I was thinking I was doing with the update mesh orientation or mesh rotation force. This is, yeah. Now we are set for success. I've got to delete that too, and here we go. So we have that thing going. It is slow. It is expanding. Okay, we need the other forces that he added. For example, the turbulence or whatever it's called in Unreal. What was it? Curl noise. Curl. Correct. So if I save it, it should update it, right? But we are not moving, at least not even a little bit. So is that due to us having something here that we set up? I'm wondering. All right, so I'm just gonna compare my setup to his. He has a solve force and velocity at the end. We don't have that. Okay, so let's add that. Maybe we are actually lacking that. Solve forces and velocity 1. We're gonna delete that one here. And let's see what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, here it is. It is moving. Ooh, it's moving pretty quickly. It's too quick. We need to chill a little bit on the quality here because it's already reaching the maximum while streaming as well. Low. Okay, that's too low. Shit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is scale this up here. And the way we can lock Unreal's like actual rendering, you know, because right now it's on 4K. Like, can I lock this to like be 1080 or whatever? Is this doable? Other than just scaling the whole thing like a dumbass like this. That's funny. Okay, so now we're moving up there, as you can see. Let's see what we can do with this. This is pretty cool, honestly. So I don't want to put this thing like all the way down. I want it to be a bit higher still. So I don't want it to be a 1. I think it's too boring. I don't want it to be 2. I also don't want it to be a 3, maybe a 4. And maybe, you know what? It's 2 less 2. 8. Let's do 35 on this one. See what's gonna happen. I still think one of them is too much. It's going on for like 10 seconds. Let's do 5 seconds. Let's do 2 seconds. See what happens. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, here we're getting it. We're getting it indeed. These things are way too opaque, honestly. And the actual con is not working that well, so we're gonna change that. Let's get more rate. Give me like 70 particles on this. And where is my cone? Yes. Okay. So cone length 600. That's that is why. Right? Is that too low? How do I know what am I working with? Why is it so weird? Okay. Material instance. Let's go with a 1. Okay, 2 and the 3. All right, let's do a randomization in here. Random range float. All right, so let's do 3 and a 6. And this way we're limiting that curl noise a little bit. And we will be able to see what we're doing a little bit more. And you know what? The cone is a bit too much right now. So Coney, what's up? You need to go a little down here, like you were at 0. How does that look? It's too much. All right, so let's do like 10, and let's reduce the rate. The rate is too much. 70 is too much. All right, so 40. Are we looking 40? And I like this idea of like making it 0.5 to 1. So now it's 50% spawning. It's randomizing between 40% spawning and 100% spawning. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's do like 0.2 here. Here we go. Yeah, that is too... How to put it together? All right, so the lifetime now is a bit too much. It needs a bit more. More time. It's too fast is what I'm trying to say. 10 and a 5. Yeah. All right. Opacity needs to chill a little bit. Give me 0.5 here. Maybe a 0.3 even. Yeah. Now we're getting there slowly. Here we go. Hell yeah. All right. We can still play a little bit with the cone. We're polishing things, although we don't have to. But it's getting there slowly, basically. Okay. Let's go back to the tutorial. Let's see what is happening. I will go here. Here? Okay.
Looks decent.
Yep.
Yeah. So with stuff like this, you always want to make sure that it's really subtle.
Yeah, so we need to make sure this thing is subtle. I mean, it depends on the style, right? So like if you're going with a more realistic style, you're going for something subtle, I guess. Yeah. If there's some stylization here or something that if there's a point you want to emphasize, I guess that's also a point to keep in mind. All right, so let's go back to our cinematic camera. Okay, this is way too much, right? This is way too much. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We will go inside of our colors here. So initialize particle. Here's the color, right? So we'll go to our alpha value and reduce that all the way to like 0.3. All right, we're gonna go even further. 0.19. I kind of want it to be a bit visible, like not too visible, but a bit visible, a bit more visible than what it is in the cores right now. And I also noticed that in the oh, that is one of those settings things, isn't it? Like the cinematic one. All right, so what do we have in view distance, anti-aliasing, post-processing, shadows, global illumination? Is that the one? All right, no. Reflection, textures, effects, cinematic. All right, now it's barely visible if it is cinematic. Epic, high, medium. All right, so foliage shading. All right, so what is this shading? What does it do? Okay. Landscape. Okay. So why does he have some type? Okay, so I'm just gonna go here, put it on Epic. Oh yeah, here it is. All right, so it's somewhere here. Is it this? No. Is it this? No. Is it this? No. Is it this? Yes, it's this. Does it exist in high? Yes, it does. Okay, we're gonna keep it like this then, which is the shadows. All right, got it. Perfect. Yeah, that's much better. I was like comparing myself the whole time. I was like, why is it not working? And the lights were just effed a bit. And I think that's the thing that we were controlling here. Like, I think that's the spotlight we were controlling, right? That was this thing. Where is it? This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Yeah, this one. I think that is the thing that we were controlling here. And now it's effed a little bit because we messed with it a little bit too much. So we have to return it to where it was. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I'm controlling the cinematic camera. Let me go to camera. Where's my camera, dude? All right, so I'm just gonna write camera. Yes, can we please lock this? Is there a way to lock this in Unreal? Copy, save, place, replace, frame, select snap, stop pointing, no, edit visibility, pivot, group attached to, blah, blah, blah. Why can I not lock the camera? Oh, here. Oh, no, that is not it. Okay, no, I don't know. I really don't know. Let's ignore that for now. I'm still controlling the camera. Ouch. Please don't. How do I get out of here? Get me out of here, man. Okay. We're back to the actual. Hi, Hassan. How's it going? Nice to have you here. Okay, let's see. So this thing is barely visible now. So what we'll do is definitely go into the material instance, get a bit higher, go back in here and look at it from afar like this here and check if it is doing too much stuff. Right now, it's way too visible. Let's give it a little bluish color like they did. I like warmer blue, honestly, but that is way too much. We need to go a little less with the opacity here and a little less with brightness, I feel. Let's see. It's too blue still. Let's see. All right, that's cool. Let's go down with like 0.14. Let's keep checking. That is not so bad. Too many particles, maybe? That could be, you know what? Let's go spawn rate. Let's go with like 20. All right, let's see. Let's go back to the cinematic camera.
And going the extra step to build something.
We're definitely gonna go the extra step. That's why I'm here. Okay. Yeah, mine looks really different, so that's fine. I'm not gonna make it exactly like the one they have, but what we'll do is adjust it a little bit, so it kind of looks like the one that they have. All right. So one thing first is I would like a bigger size on those. So we're gonna go like 200. Like we're gonna get really big size on these, and we're gonna reduce the amount because right now it's about 35. 35 is pretty good. One more thing is I'll go back here. I'll go to initialize again, and we'll go between 3 and 6 seconds. And we'll do spawn rate, blah, blah, blah. Where is it? So, where is it? Is it the spawn rate? Yeah, spawn rate. That's pretty good. Okay. One thing is that we need a GPU on those. GPU simulation. Clicky click. And we'll get a fixed here. A fixed simulation, I guess it's called or something. And we need way higher curl noise. Or what is it that we need? Let me try to think. Drag is too high, I think. 1 and 0.5. And that is stopping them from going around. Yes. Okay. higher, maybe. What happens if it's 50, for example? They're quite draggy, honestly. Now they're kind of like flies, honestly. Okay, let's see one. What is one doing? Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool and everything. What happens if we take the drag out, though? Like, give me 30 on this thing. Yeah, less drag is kind of better. Yeah, we're definitely going to go with less drag on this. So drag, 0.2 to 0.5. How does that look? All right, now let's look at it from afar. And let's get a bigger picture here, literally. And maybe an epic type of light here. Ooh, this is gonna kill my PC. Yeah, it's definitely killing my PC. Okay, I need a better PC. All right, so. Yeah, too invisible? Almost. And that said, let's play a little bit with the alpha values. 0.2. Let's play with the initialized particle here. 0.3. What happens then? All right. Ooh, that looks like snow here. But why the heck is it more visible on a black? Maybe because it's a black screen then? Behind it? Black, or darker background, I guess, is too. Save. Okay, I'm thinking the actual texture here is at fault. Let's try 20 on this. It will be more visible, right? Yeah, but we need it to be subtle, like he said. So, one more thing we're gonna do is take it a bit more upwards. Okay, but this is now not moving at all. Okay, so I can see the problem here. One of it is that this is staying for too long. Let's see if it's just staying for 2 seconds. Then it goes away. Let's see if this is gonna work. Yeah, 2 seconds. Definitely. Size is still huge, right? That's not. No. I don't like it. I don't like it. So, drag is too high here. That's what we're getting, basically. And curl noise. Yeah, kinda. Kind of what I want. Maybe a higher value even? It's moving too much. No, whoa. Chill. All right, 0.5 and a 1 maybe? Is this too much drag it was before maybe? Yeah. Okay. I like what it's doing. I hate that you can't see it up there for whatever reason. Ooh, this is epic, dude. This is better composition English. That's pretty cool composition here. Whoop. I love those coincidences. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Imagine a shot like this where a character is on the window here and he's just getting this atmospheric shot here. Hell yeah. Is it too fast, guys? What do you think? I guess we'll figure it out. I like it so far. It is definitely doing something. Too much here. Yeah, it's too much. Yep. What can we do to make it too less? Not too less, but a bit less. All right, let's check here. That's what he said, at least. Like, keep playing a little bit with the alpha values and just play around, man. So let's see. 0, 2. See what that's going to give us. That is kind of what I like right now. Where I'm going for. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. All right, let's check the cinematic view. Where is our cinematic camera? Wow, it's just too visible. Okay. No. We're gonna go with 0.5, honestly. What? Sorry, 0.05. Yeah. That is much better. Okay, let's go with the initialize. Initialize particle. This is going on for a bit too long. Let's go with 2 and 3, or 1 and 3 again. Nah, it's too much, man. No, it's okay. 5. Okay, so one thing I would like to do now is size. I want it to be all types of sizes between 1 and 8. And 8 is being too much anyway, so 3. Yeah, I want it to be part of it. I don't want it to be... Okay, that's too less, honestly. Let's go with 3 and 5 as a size. Taking a cup of coffee. Not so happy with the amount of drag yet. We need to keep refining the thing. All right. Maybe we're getting closer now. Is it too visible, however? Maybe it is too visible. Maybe we need to play a little bit with the alpha. All right. 0.1 on this thing. Okay. Yeah, are we getting there? I feel like we are. All right, so here what we're gonna do. We're gonna exit the view. We're gonna click on the emission and look at it from above and put that thing exactly beneath it and go down. And then back to cinematic camera. Cinematic. Oops. What the okay, this one. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Okay. Hey, we're getting somewhere at least. Okay, so what happens? I'm just wondering, like, just as a backup, let's copy this, right? We got to a cool level, right? So it's gonna be experimental now. Gonna go with like experimental. Wait, what should we call experimental? XP? Like Windows XP? Wait, was XP actually experimental? Oh, hey, thank you for the subscription, my friend. Appreciate you a lot. Let me have you in the comments. Let's chat a little bit. So, initialize particle. I wanted to go with something crazy a little bit. So, what was I thinking? Like, what if it's on 50? And, like, what if it was, like... Spawn count. What do we have? 1. Hello. Nice to have you here. What brought you to this stream? And hope you're learning. Okay. Initialize particle.